Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingram in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for March 20th, 2026, and this is maybe the first double row new arrival video of the year. Now, I will say a lot of this is restocks, but there is a ton of stuff to show you guys. I need to make some space because I don't have a place to put it all. So, a few things. I'll tell you guys about the pre-orders, but also not this Sunday, but the 29th on Whatnot, I have a collection purge and a consignment auction. So it's going to be a split. I've been accumulating a lot of things from my collection that I've been purging. I haven't done one of these since maybe July of last year, but I'm going to be cleaning some of the stuff out of my collection, and I've got a consignment auction, which is pretty cool. A lot of box sets and that kind of thing. But it'll be 11 o'clock on the 29th, so 2 Sundays from now. And it'll just be a live auction from the house. Me pulling stuff out of boxes and saying, here we go. And you know, if you've done one of those auctions, they're kind of fun because it's kind of it's almost like a mystery auction. I never know quite what's going to be up next. So that's coming on the 29th. Okay, for pre-orders, they are doing the John Lennon collection catalog in Japanese SHM CDs. That is coming out May 8th. So they're all individual. I think they did a box set of this in the past, but they're doing the individuals. They're doing a breakout. I believe it came out as a box set. May 8th. 2 new acoustic sounds series Verve titles have been announced, both coming out June 26th. Stan Getz, Big Band Bossa Nova, and Lester Young, Laughing to Keep from Crying. This looks good. I saw The Who. This was from, I think, 2023. This is The Who live at the Eden Project. May 29th. God, I saw them. I've seen The Who maybe 10 times. The last time I seen them was maybe one of the best concerts I ever went to. It was amazing. It might have been because I had second row and I was right in front of Pete Townshend's amplifier. And when he started, you know, doing classic Pete Townshend Windmill, I was just getting the full-on power chord wonderfulness that could have swayed me. But even Roger's voice sounded pretty good. So, especially compared to some shows I've seen previous. I've seen him going all the way back to the 90s with when Entwistle was still alive. So, yeah, that was the best time I ever seen him for sure. Deutsche Grammophon Original Source Series. They're doing a Wagner Ring box set. I'm guessing it's, because of the price, it's only 100-something bucks. It's not the full Ring cycle, which would be, what, like 60 discs? It'd be obnoxious. But, you know, Ride of the Valkyries, that kind of stuff, that's coming out May 1st. They're also doing a new Deutsche Grammophon series, similar to the original Source series. It's all done from the master tape, all analog, all remixed. But this is part of the Avant-Garde series. It's called the Avant-Garde Classical series. There's a bunch of titles that they announced for pre-order. They're on the website, so go check it out. Mobile Fidelity announced a new title at 45 RPM. The Doobie Brothers, What Were Only Vices Are Now Habits. It's kind of interesting. They're doing a lot of, and I'll show you some stuff today, they're doing a lot of stuff that once upon a time only came out as SACDs. And like 15 years later, we're getting vinyl counterparts. Let's see, the Eagles, One of These Nights. They're doing a box set. They're doing a vinyl box set and they're doing a CD box set. The vinyl box is the album and then a live unreleased concert from '75. The CD box is the same thing, but I think they're including a Dolby Atmos disc. All right, let's go over this week's new arrival, starting with a lot of titles I was waiting on from Mobile Fidelity that are finally here. The Butterfield Blues Band, East to West. This is a 33 RPM from Mobile Fidelity. This is the mono mix. The Temptations, Cloud 9. This should be really great. Heard It Through the Grapevine. Yeah, Runaway Child. Running Wild. Good record. Limited to 3,000 copies. I think this is going to sell out pretty quick. Carly Simon, No Secrets. This is, again, one of those that came out as an SACD a while back, but never on vinyl. Again, a title limited to 3,000 copies. I think this will sell out quick, too. Has the big hit You're So Vain with Mick Jagger doing backing vocals, if you listen very closely. Harry Chapin, Varieties in Boulder Dash. Again, limited to 3,000, but this had a huge hit on it. It had Cats in the Cradle. I've never been so quick, well, I have. But not recently have I been so quick to fire in there a new vinyl record when it came in. But when I saw them unboxing this, I just had to grab it. I absolutely love Devo. They're coming in concert here in a couple of weeks. I haven't bought tickets yet, but I've always wanted to see Devo. I love Devo. I've got all their albums in Quan, different pressings, different masterings. I got a beautiful autograph Devo and Debbie Harry piece of photography hanging up in my house with one of the Bobs, who I believe has now passed, still signed it. But man, this sounds great. This is the their debut album, I should say, of Are We Not Men? We Are Devo, with the wonderful cover of Satisfaction. Mongoloids on this, Jacko Home. It's an unbelievable great record, all analog, cut from the master tape by Kevin Gray. Beautiful stout and tip-on jacket. But what's even more bizarre is this is the numbered version, numbered to 5,000 copies. I tend to they do all the Rhino hi-fis now after a little while, made available to record stores. But what's bizarre about this one, it's the numbered series. That means they must not be selling this one that well, which is amazing because this is such a killer record, an amazing record. Highly recommend it. Alice Cooper, Love It to Death, with the thumb cover. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray from the master tape. Again, another Rhino hi-fi title. And a third Rhino hi-fi title. That is T-Rex's Electric Warrior. This is the numbered copy as well, numbered to 5,000 copies. Okay, so 2 new Chess Series titles came out. I only got a couple, and I don't know if she didn't include it, but there's a Bo Diddley that comes out again this week. My order got separated, so I only got 4 or 5 of them today, and then I got boxes of them coming tomorrow. So I don't have it on camera to show you guys, but that'll be here this week as well, or later today. And also, the Muddy Waters Mono Folk Singer. This is the mono pressing, as opposed to the Analog Productions, which is in print, which is stereo. So those will be shipping this week if you pre-ordered them. I know these are all going to be wildly popular. There's a lot of great stuff this week. Supertramp, even in the quietest moments, these are the Abbey Road half-speed master pressings. And of course, a record that has not really been in print for like a decade. It's been like sparse. It comes in and out every now and then. I think I've had it as an import years back, but this is a record that should have been in print this whole time. Supertramp's Breakfast in America. Great, great record. And another Supertramp title, we've got Famous Last Words. Again, all half-speed mastered by Abbey Road. Actually, Breakfast in America came out from Mobile Fidelity too. And it was a weird Mobile Fidelity title too, because it came out, it sold out right away. It came back for like 2 weeks and then it was discontinued. It was out of print. Never had it in the store for more than a couple of weeks. From Aerosmith, this is the legendary debut album. This is the deluxe edition box set, with a live performance from Paul's Mall in 1973, unreleased studio tracks, book, photos, liner notes, and then brand new mixes from the original master tape. So this is a remixed album. And then the remixed album, I believe, comes as a standalone as well. Yeah, brand new mixes from the original master, if you want just the record and not all the add-on stuff. One of the first SACDs I ever owned when it came out on SACDs a couple decades ago was George Harrison, live in Japan. Remastered for vinyl from the original analog stereo master tapes. But man, I listened to this so much back in the day when this was made available on SACD. All analog, cut from the original master tapes by Bernie Grundman. We have Bongo Fury, Zappa, and Beefheart. Frank Zappa. Most of the Zappa stuff, though, I want to say is done from tape by Bernie Grundman. Elvis Presley, Elvis 56. This is the collector's edition, limited to 2,500 copies on crystal clear and black marble vinyl. This is number 1330. This is a great concert. I've probably listened to this 1,000 times in my lifetime. Elvis Presley, That's the Way It Is. I used to watch the original movie with my dad. It's great. This is limited to 1,500 copies on crystal clear vinyl. This is a 4 LP legacy edition of the concert. You know, the original one was a single disc. This has the original album. Then this has singles, outtakes, and then LP 3 and 4 is the August 12th dinner show. So an additional concert. Also from Music on Vinyl, we've got Elvis Now, limited to 2,000 copies on translucent magenta colored vinyl. And then also from Music on Vinyl, we got Golden Earrings on the double, limited to 1,000 copies on translucent vinyl. Remastered and expanded. Includes 4 bonus tracks, printed inner sleeve, and a lyric sheet. Dave Matthews Band, live tracks number 72. 4 LP set, pressed on 180 gram natural colored vinyl. This is 2005, or excuse me, 2025 Huntington Bank Pavilion in Chicago. Damn, it's not that long ago. We're getting box sets from concerts that took place a few months back. The pink vinyl version with an autographed print of Ed Sheeran. Hey, that's cool. It's autographed. Not bad. Autographed print. This is Play. The Tedeschi Trucks Band, Future Soul. This is a translucent blue vinyl version. One of the folks who watches the show here, Master Sound, or does live mixing for them, and invited me to a concert. And I never really listened to them that much. I've always known, Derek Trucks, he's a great slide player, that like in the back of my mind, but I never really paid much time listening to him. But I got to tell you, that concert was unbelievable. There's musicians, like, you go to like concerts and you're like, I'm having a good time. These tunes are catchy and these tunes are poppy. And then you go to certain concerts, like when I saw Prince, you're like, these people like know what they're doing. This is a different caliber. And that was kind of that experience with the Tedeschi Trucks. Phenomenal band, wildly talented. Would definitely go in a heartbeat again if they came back into town. Chapter House, Whirlpool from Music on Vinyl. Limited edition of 2,000 individually numbered copies on white and black marble. King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. Live at the Forest Hill Stadium 2025. Triple gatefold colored vinyl. This is a 3 LP set for $60, reasonably priced. We've got Tate McRae, So Close to What? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Feeder, the singles, all the classic hits, repressed for the first time since 2006 on transparent double pink vinyl. Oh man, we got a bunch of new arrivals, SACDs too, I'll show you in a second. This is various artists, Help 2, called Help 2. I don't know, maybe Wet Leg, Depeche Mode, Olivia Rodrigo, Fontaine's DC. Maybe like a fundraiser record, kind of like the We Are the World record. Jaco Pastorius, an amazing record. This is the self-titled Jaco Pastorius by Jaco. Phenomenal bass player. If you're a jazz guy, you know that record. If you're not, if you're a rock guy, if you like bass, listen to that. It's amazing. Chick Corea and Return Forever, Light as a Feather on Elemental Music. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Return to Forever. Romantic Warrior, limited to 1,500 copies on translucent blue colored vinyl. Little run of jazz at the end here. Chick Corea, Forever Yours, the farewell performance. Chick Corea's final concerts. Blue Note Classic title, one of the newer Blue Note Classic titles, and by I say newer, it's not only newer because it came out this week, but it's a newer record. John Scofield Quartet, Meant to Be. This came out originally in 1991. I guess in the world of Blue Note, 1991 is new. But when it comes to everything else, that was a long time ago. This is a double. And then again, another Blue Note Classic to where they did some newer titles. This came out in 2000. Medeski, Martin, and Wood. The name of this record is Tonic. Again, another double. Candy Dulfer, For the Love of You, featuring Saxy Mood and Smooth from Music on Vinyl. Bubble Bath for Giants. Carlos, Nino, and Friends. Aaron Shaw, and So It Is. On Leaving Records. Ooh. On We Produce. This is an all analog release. We Produce is the original label. This is redone by, I don't know who redid this. This is all analog release. 1972 LP featuring Our Generation. Sampled by John Legend, The Roots, and more. One of those classic soul albums. All analog cut. Licensed by Kraft. So it's a Kraft Recordings. Done by Real Gone Music. The Many Grooves of Barbara Lewis. Love Barbara Lewis. Another Real Gone Music release. Okay, this record is just like a cluster. Oh my God. So they did an indie exclusive on this. They didn't make enough, so everybody got allocated. If you're outstanding, waiting for me, I've got 6 or 7 of them I hadn't sent off. I got an email from the label. They're making 4,500 more copies on red vinyl, and then it's being discontinued. You can get the black vinyl. So I'm going to get enough to cover my pre-orders, and I'll have a few left over extra. But then the black vinyl will be the in-stock title. Johnny Blue Skies and the Dark Clouds. This is the new Sturgill Simpson. But this is the black vinyl. I will have the indie coming in, hopefully next week, to cover my pre-orders. I'm not a country fan, but actually this is a great record. I listen to it quite frequently. The Highwaymen, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson. They did 2 albums as the Highwaymen. They're both great. It's cool that it's back in print. Luke Combs, The Way I Am. Well, I say I'm not a country fan, but I like some classic country, some 60s stuff. Love Johnny Cash. I guess modern country doesn't do it for me. Morgan Evans, Steel Town. Dream Theater, live in Tokyo, 2010. Lamb of God, Into Oblivion. Oh, on a side note, for people who are still watching, I've got 2 listening parties for locals in town. It's going to be an exciting week for me. On Saturday at 2 o'clock, I have Melanie Martinez, and I think at 3 o'clock, I have BTS. We're doing back-to-back listening parties. Static X, Cannibal, the expanded edition, first LP reissue on Blood and Bronze splatter vinyl. Exodus, Goliath. Ladytron. Paradises. And I guess I got 2 different versions of it on green vinyl. And then this is just a standard vinyl pressing. Sun Little, City Folk. What is this? Don't cut off your dreadlocks. Linval Thompson, Culture Press Reggae Masters. First official release since 1976. And reissue of the Bratmobile. The Real Janelle and the Peel Sessions. Okay, new arrival SACDs, and then I'll go over the restock. A lot of MoFi. Actually, mostly MoFi. Stevie Nicks, Belladonna on SACD. Some of these are restocks, but I think most of them I've never shown before. Stevie Nicks, Rock a Little on SACD. Limited to 3,000. They're getting back into doing limited to a number, which is unfortunate. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. Harry Chapin, Varieties, and Balderdash. The self-titled Fleetwood Mac. A restock of Off the Wall. And maybe I got fair warning. Hey, on a side note, I think 1984 is coming up maybe next month. I can't wait. It is the oldest pre-order I've had in my system. I think the pre-orders go back 40 years. Maybe 4 or 5 years I've had pre-orders for that. I mean, okay, restock. Real quick, I'll burn through these quick. Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. Mobile Fidelity. The Analog Productions 33 RPM version of this. This is pretty much out, this is out of print. I found a box. I had like 6 of these in the back room. I had them up in the rafters, mistakenly labeled as hangers. So I'm going through and I'm trying to make some space in my upper bin. I found a box, says hangers. It's Miles Davis UHQR. So I got a few of those. From my top 100 imprint analog records you should own list, Buck Owens. Self-titled. Restock of Adele 19. One of my all-time favorite Mobile Fidelity titles. I've sold so many pieces of gear with this record as a demo track, demo record. Highly recommend it. Bill Withers' greatest hits. Phenomenal record. Restock of Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. Lou Reed's Berlin. The Cars, Kendio. The Cosmic Thing from the B-52s, Cosmic Thing, with Love Shack and Rome, 2 big hits on that record. Lobos, Los Lobos, Kiko, I'm adding S's to things. The Sisters of Mercy, Floodland. This is, a lot of these are probably close to going out of print now, I would think. Dire Straits, Communique. Some of these things have been around a long time. James Taylor, JT. Carole King's Tapestry. This is the 33 RPM. They also did this as a one-step. Duke Ellington at Newport. This is an analog cut. Miles Davis, Dark Magus. Restock of some Mobile Fidelity one-steps. Joni Mitchell Blue. Finally got some Van Halen restocks. We've got first album. Fair Warning from Van Halen. Women and Children First. Let's see, Diver Down. Doesn't seem like they're... Diver Down. Michael Jackson Thriller. Anybody remember this record? They're going to sell 40,000 copies. I'm telling you, this isn't going to be around much longer, and it does sound killer. This is copy 29,330. So they got 40,000 of these things to go, but you know, the other one step they did, sold out, long gone. And, ooh, great record. Sketches of Spain. The 33 of this is out of print now, but you can get it as a one step. This is a 33 as well. Some more Miles Davis. Black Beauty, live at the Fillmore. The Miles stuff is all killer. They did a killer job with the Miles Davis catalog. The self-titled Stooges at 45 RPM. Some more Dire Straits, Making Movies. It's a shame that Brothers in Arms is out of print. This might be the oldest title in their catalog still. Natalie Merchant's Tiger Lily. Parliament, Mothership Connection. And Dangerous by Michael Jackson. The new movie's coming out. There's a pre-order for it on the website. I think I mentioned that in the pre-order, but the new MJ movie. I don't know if are you guys going to see it? I'm going to see it. The preview looks pretty good, but that's going to bring huge renewed interest in Miles Davis. Who knows? Maybe they'll burn through the rest of those one steps. They got about 10,000 more to go. But when it comes to one steps, I sell Thriller better than any other legacy title. Anything else that's not brand new. But it moves, it sells. All right, guys. All this stuff can be purchased online at the website at theingroove.com. Until next time.